How you doing, everyone? It's your old pal Jim here, and we're back with more of Dream Daddy. Now, when we last left off, we just completed Dad Book, so here we go. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles.
Alright.
You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise to make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Oh, look at her. Nah. Go get him, Dad. Oh,
Welcome. You've got dads.
I've I've got dads. I guess this is the obligatory part of the game where I actually choose my dad. We've got Craig, we've got Matt, we've got Brian, we got Robert, we got Joseph, we got Hugo, and we got Damien. I am going to probably choose Damien because like I mentioned before. Oh wait, no, what's all this? You get to look at his. Let's look at all of their profiles actually. Let's start with oh dear, Craig. Here we go. All right, Craig Kahn, dad of 3, business entrepreneur and fitness enthusiast. Juggling work, family, and fitness is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it. On a Friday night, you are most likely to get one last good cardio session in. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A box of energy bars. What are your turn-ons? A sub 6-minute mile. What did you want to be when you grow up? Beer pong world champion. What's your favorite movie genre? Buddy cop movies forever. What's your ideal date? Scaling a huge dangerous mountain for fun. Oh my god. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. I spend a lot of time thinking about my mile time used to be my mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? A little hearts. Actually, let's give him 2 hearts. I can't give him 2 hearts. I guess that's just how friendly I am with them. Matt Sella. Avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker. You can find me most days selling bean juice over at the Coffee Spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Hit me up about 80s new wave music. On a Friday night, you are most likely to perfect my cold brew setup, one drip at a time, baby. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, it would be fine tunes to pass the days away. What are your turn-ons? Multi-instrumentalism. What did you want to be when you grew up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles. What's your ideal date? We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat. Aw. What do you never leave home without? My headphones, both in the ear and over ear, just in case. I spend a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from, and where did it go? Did we all just agree that it's a bad idea? Brian. Hi, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking of new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. On a Friday night, you are most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? My fishing pole. What are your turn-ons? A keen understanding of steak cuts. What did you want to be when you grew up? A fireman. What's your favorite movie genre? Romantic comedies. I like those. What's your ideal date? Deck building. What do you never leave home without? My portable fishing pole. I spend a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. Oof. That's a heck of a thing. Robert. Robert Small. When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right? On a Friday night, you are most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. Have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? Gun. What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up? Grifter. What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neorealism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbing. What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. I spend a lot of time thinking about you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Okay, Robert, we're gonna let's save the one I'm gonna do for last. Joseph Christensen. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our four amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can find me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. On a Friday night, you are most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, it would be my 6th string. What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies. Mine too. What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife. What do you never leave home without? The good book. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. Oh, that's kind of cool. You go. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know and I'm sorry. On a Friday night, you are most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. Oh, he has got miniatures. If you had one thing to take with you to a desert island, what would it be? A remembrance of things passed by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-on? Muscles. Oh, what did you want to be when you grow up? Movie star. What's your favorite movie genre? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. I spend a lot of time thinking about. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Oh. And finally, Damien. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to True Crimes podcast while I taxidermy my newest specimens. Oh boy. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What's your favorite movie genre? A foreign art house horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross. I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Okay, well, I mean, why not? I'll message Damien. No one ever messages Damien, I bet. Gas is cheaper in the suburbs, by the way. Dad tip number 60. Oh, try to exercise regularly is actually dad tip number 67. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. Well, so am I. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey, dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Oh. Oh, whoa, there's more. John, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask you for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner, as I would have liked. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon. tea, and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Amanda pops out of a room. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh yeah, totally, I'm cool.
Oh.
I just found out the succulent I've been watering and singing for the last 3 months was actually made of plastic. Oh no, even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. Oh, are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong. I'm so sorry about your plant. I think I'll believe her. Honestly, like, I don't want to push cause, aw. I can buy you a new one if you want. A real one this time. That's sweet, but I rescued that plant, and now that I know it's fake, She clenches her fists with determination. I'm still gonna love it no matter what. Is this what being a parent is like? Yes, sweetie. Make sure it gets him into a good college. Oh, shucks, oh, shucks, oh, shucks. But you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm sharing my succulent woes with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. And also remember that I love you very much. And only want what's best for you. Alright, jeez, don't make me cry again. Can you help me with something?
Oh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping. It's awful. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn on the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I don't understand that speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill, Dad? How will we ever address this nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Our Drari. Or, so you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you?
Oh.
Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. But still gotta be, though. Great. So, what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, John. Amanda hits send, smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Whoa! I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you really can't call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pulled a large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes through the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Oh, as I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickering dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? John, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up to see Damien standing at the top of of a majestic staircase with a walking candle in a holder. What's with the door slamming shut?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. That was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked?
Oh.
I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. He's got a nice little setup on the table, though. I like it. Okay. Damien leads me around this house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block. Yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Though extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens up with a flourish.
Oh.
Ooh. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from the floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves and even more books scattered over the period appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly proud of this room. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. Look out the window. Hey! I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughter on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know the Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out the full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Look at the butterflies. Oh, yay! Because I'm just admiring the room. I think as long as I look at anything in the room, I should be good. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs.
Oh.
I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book. Yay! You know, John, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turned to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with shirtless and out of breath. He looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm crying. Oh, I got tears in my eyes. Oh. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high teas refers to wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the latter time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. Go figure. Oh,
Oh.
my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Let's see. Are there a lot of goths in Maple Bay? I like your cape. Your home is very impressive. Let's compliment his home because, well, first off, it is impressive. And secondly, he seems to be pretty proud of it. Yay! Whoa! It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place.
Huh.
Thank you.
Huh.
No one's ever complimented. Oh, I'm really glad I did that then. No one's ever complimented me on my home before. Hell, I could barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. And look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
How delightful.
I think he's happy. Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You serious? Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I'm not dying when I catch a cold. I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea.
Oh.
I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid.
Oh.
But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love them all the same.
Huh.
Tell me, John, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things that they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Uh-oh. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick! Sound sophisticated! I like watching soap making videos on the internet. I love me some word jumbles, or I learned to juggle once. I'm gonna go with the middle one because it's true. I've lately been on my phone playing friends, that game that's like Scrabble, but you play with friends. I've been playing that a lot, so I love me some word jumbles. Oh, yes! The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer? In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Oh, it's so beautiful. Even though it's a little bit sort of like a little messy little painting a little bit. I like it. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air.
Oh.
My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously.
Oh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings.
Huh.
Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message.
Ah.
Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Orange!
Ah.
Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Oh no. Thou art the tightest? I don't know. 3 cheers for sweet revenge, or my loins are ablaze. Oh no, I don't want to play a joke. I don't want to mess this up. 3 cheers for thou art the tightest? Oh, it's sweet.
Oh.
The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well,
Huh.
and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Uh-oh. I like sunflowers. I don't know. Hold on. I wanna actually make an educated guess here. Not guess, but honey. Yes, I'm using my phone. Honeysuckle flower. Okay, let's see what the honeysuckle flower looks like. No, I don't like that one so much. What about a snapdragon? There we go. Snapdragon flower. What does that look like? Come on, give me a good picture. It does look pretty. I'm going to go with the sunflower, though, because that's an old stand me by, I think. They remind me of sunshine, and then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. Just to pause for a second, this reminds me of a scene in Inspector Gadget starring Matthew Broderick. Terrible movie. I enjoyed it personally. I liked it for what it was, just like Super Mario Brothers. But there's a scene where John Brown, or the main character, that's where I got the name from, or Inspector Gadget, gets a gift from Brenda Bradford, who helped rebuild him as Inspector Gadget, gives him the Gadgetmobile, essentially just gives him a car that she created. And basically he's like, you made me a car? The only thing anyone's ever made me before was a sweater. I don't know why, I always thought that was a really neat line. Okay. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Listen. It was the Alfred Hitchcock theme song.
Huh.
Oh, John, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls the cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried starting that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle. Why would I do that? Why would I knock over the... I know I'm... Oh man. Oh no.
Fix that guard.
Fix that garg! Oh no. Oh no, that's the... No. Come on, fix that garg. Nope, fix that garg. Gotta fix that garg. Nope. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I might do it. No! No! Oh no. I'm so close. But am I really? I am. No! Oh, upside down.
Goal!
Yes, I fixed that garg. Do it once, do it right. Dad did number 46. Phew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah!
Oh my god, that was loud. John, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. Hey, no problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries at the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together.
Huh.
You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Uh-oh, this can be trouble. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in a record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo.
Huh.
What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led to the depths of the school, I recall the... I don't like the music. I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. Oh dear. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me.
Huh.
Whoa. Wait a second. Lucien, did you try to cask of amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's cask of amontillado?
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that with him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. You were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
What?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your classes. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. Uh-oh. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too.
Huh.
Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want to own your own car. I can't believe Damien is keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard.
Oh.
I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. My car!
Oh.
I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's all right. And all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's a silver lining.
Oh.
There's that, yes. Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to stop here, I think. Yes, I think it's a good time to stop. And remember, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and don't build brick walls around people. That's rude.